Good morning and welcome to Bars and Bells. My name is Ian.
And I'm Lauren.
Thank you for joining us at today's Barre class, where we will, with the help of our slippers here, articulate those feet, work on our balances, maintain those hips with strength and integrity as our movements prevail in the vein of the ballet. Let's work on those skills, starting with the feet and starting with those feet in a parallel position. In the parallel position, I'll be taking my right leg here and pulling into the floor to pull the heel off the ground. Feel that recruitment on the hamstring. Then press through the front of the foot, extending the hip, pressing the heel to the floor. Repeat on the other side. Pull into the floor to activate that hamstring, pulling away from the ground, and then press into the floor to return the heel to full contact. Alternate to the other side, we'll pull. Feel the tension. Then from there to the demi point, point. Check. Are we sickled on that ankle? Are we nice and strong? Then press the ball of the foot down, extend the hip, connecting the heel. Repeat on the other side. Pull. Feel the tension on hamstring to the demi, and then the point. Whether we take a look or you know, chase those middle lines, no sickled ankles. Then press demi point to extend the hip. Final time on this side here, demi point check. Ball of foot to the point, then perhaps flex over the toes. Keep hugging the center, then use the toe strength to press back to the demi, and then extend the hip forward. Alternate, other side, last time, pull. Feel the tension, point the toes, flexing over, then back through the toes and extending the hip. Let's pivot to that first position next. Same idea, a little bit quicker. We'll pull. We'll point, we'll flex, we'll point, we'll demi, heel connect. Other side, and point, and over, and point, demi, extend. Last one in this position, point. Work on that articulation, those unique parts of the feet. There's the arch, there's the ball, there's the toes, and then there's that top arch that we can get on the over. Then from that first position, let's open up to that second stance. And then continuing to transition weight to one leg. Here, I'm on that demi point on right. For 8 or 10 repetitions, I'll try to pop those elastics off of my shoes and using the calf and the foot and all those intrinsic muscles of the foot there. A couple more, I lose track on these. The calves burn, the arches burn. Make this a tough movement, then down. Then transition to the other side and pop those elastics off for about 8. Keep the knees straight. Are those hips level or are we hiking out to the side? Remain strict in the approach, build that tension and control down low. Last repetition or so, and then down, and then pull to center. A little bit of a shake. Let's return to the first position and slowly start to pull the heels together as to bend the knees in our plie. From this position, loosey-goosey here, just have some little hip hulas going on. At this moment, let's not hike the hips and instead try to stir the pot down below. Then let's switch directions and do the same thing. Nice and control, feel those balls and sockets articulate in the hips. Finish in center, extend to tall. Open up to that second position, adductor pull. Create tension on the pull down here. Lauren's nice upright upper body is a great hallmark of our plie here. And again, nice and control. Wiggle a little bit, create some room, maybe last repetition, and then we'll switch. Directions, 1 or 2 each way. Return in center, stand tall, tendu together, and then something that's a little bit loose and wiggly. I wrote small notes today and Lauren called me out. She said, "You're making it really hard on yourself there." What do we have there, Lauren?
My turn.
Your turn, that's right.
To your bar, I would suggest, or to a balance. Gently starting in our parallel feet position. Ian will do a quarter turn to show you a nice side profile. From here, we're going to press our knees over our toes, staying tall with our shoulders over top of our hips. Drive into the floor, extending your hips, squeezing your glutes. Press your knees over your toes again. Drive into the floor to extend. This time, keep extending and roll up. Find a two-legged balance. Find some comfort up here and some strength. Maybe take away your arms off the bar. Hold 3, 2, and then with your knees straight, slowly descend, heels come down. We'll go back up this time. We'll go up to those toes. This time we'll send our knees towards over our toes. Our heels will find the floor, and then we'll extend to tall. Let's do that one more time each way. Knees over toes. Roll up to toes. Press into the floor, extend. Hold your balance. 3, 2, control the heels down. Go back up, two-legged balance. Knees back over toes. Heels find the floor, extend to tall. We'll explore those moves from the first position as well. So squeeze and do your turnout. From here, knees press over toes or plie. Drive down and extend just to tall. This time, pulling the floor together, knees over toes. Drive down, extend to tall. Roll up through that two-legged balance in your first position. Find that balance. Hold. 3, 2, and then heels slowly descend. We'll go back up. Two-legged balance. Knees drive over the toes. Don't go too low, because when you find your heels, I want you to stay that same height. And then press away. One more time. Knees over toes. Roll up. Press away, balance, hold. 3, 2, slow descent down. Once you're down, go back up. Knees over toes. Heels find the floor. And press to grow tall. And shake that out.
Oh, thanks for sharing that one. I do like that as a nice extension of the warm-up there. Folds and telescopes, one of each just to feel the difference between. On the forward fold, let's make sure we avoid the hinge or pushing the hips back. And to help with that, pull that belly button in. Take that big breath in, pull the belly button to the spine on your exhale, and flexing through the rib cage, stay nice and tight to the body. If you're out of round the way I am through the spine, we can bend those knees to continue. If allowed, keep those knees straight. And at the bottom position of the fold, take a breath in and exhale. And then one more time, breath in. And on this exhale, pull the belly button to spine and then recruit the extensors of the back here to stand up nice and tall and relax. That'll be one mechanism that will transition to the floor throughout the practice today. The other is the telescope. For the telescope, the glutes are squeezed and firm. We'll lead with the heart or the sternum and that text neck face forward. And then we bend from the bottom to the top, finishing with the head neck. In that same fold position, take a breath in and exhale. And one more. And then on this exhale, we'll pull the belly button to the spine and pull ourselves back up to tall. Shaking it out. Return to your bar. I'll be doing this plie set in the center here, but use that bar to your side for that balance aid. Start with the feet in that first position. With the hand on the bar or out to the side, we'll pull together, descending low, and then extending to tall. Next, we'll reach those arms out front just a little bit as we plie again, and then extend, opening arms to the side. Then we can pull down, continue to pull so much the heels come off the floor. Then press the heels, connect, stand, open, and again, let's just hold our first position balance here. Holding for 4, 3, squeezing bums, bracing cores, and then slowly returning heels to the floor. Let's open up to that second position and repeat. We'll pull in as we plie and squat low and press, stretching tall. Pull low, stretch to tall. On the third rep, we'll pull low with the feet flat, then lower maybe as the heels come up. Then connect the heels, open to the tall position. And then our 4, 3, 2, balance. From there, tendu in, then tendu front. We'll explore that tendu in just a moment, but this is a version of a fourth position here. I find that fourth position very, very tough, but in that fourth position, the heels are lined up in the middle, turned out towards 10 o'clock or so in the front leg. It could also be that too. And then as well on that opposite diagonal. Tendu back, And then just explore the other side for today. Tendu front, toe ball, heel, and landing. Are those hips forward? Are those heels about parallel or right underneath center? Hold for a couple extra seconds, then push, close back to first, and shake that out. We'll continue to work on the fourth position in the coming weeks. From here, time to go to the tendus. We said tendus, let's go back to the bar. I'll use the bar for this exercise here. Working from that first position, I'll be working on that position all day today. First position, check. Often in the tendu, we like to articulate. So first, flat foot. Where will a flat foot go? Then where would that demi point go? And then to the toe point. At this position, let's rotate in on the hip as to hide the inseam, and then show that inseam forward and pull the leg straight back. Repeat one more time to the front. A flat foot with the tall glute squeezing on the standing leg, then to that demi point, and then to the toe point. Internally rotate on the hip, hiding the inseam, and then externally rotate on the hip, and then pull back to first position. Repeat the same thing to the side. A full foot. Where does it get you? Check. Then the demi, and then the ball of foot. We're most likely in an externally rotated position in the hip. So first, we'll internally rotate, hiding the inseam. Then externally rotate, inseam forward, and then pull back to first. Repeat. Flat foot, ball of foot, toe, roll in on the hip, roll out on the hip, and press into the floor, returning the leg. One repetition out the back, extend that straight leg out the back, and in this position, hug center. Keep that straight leg out the back, coming into center there. We have a nice toe point, and then articulate through the foot, underneath, back to first. Have a little shake. What's your mechanism of coming across the floor there, Lauren?
Oh, just a little.
Just a little hop, skip, and a jump today. All right. So same thing on the other side. Open up to that first position. Flat foot out front. Squeeze your standing leg butt cheek. Then that demi point. Finish with the toe point. Most likely we're externally rotated. So let's internally rotate, hiding the inseam. And then externally rotate, pull into the floor, returning. Same thing to the front. Flat foot. Demi point next, and then ball of foot. Internal rotation, external rotation, and pull the foot back to first. To the side. A flat foot doesn't reach very far for me, but then I can extend through the ball of the foot and then even further with the toe point. Rolling in on the hip, rolling out on the hip, pulling into the floor, returning to first. Then out to the side, the flat, the demi, the point, the roll in, the roll out, the pull underneath. Then slow and steady, use all of those foot placements and positions to the back, avoiding the leg to 8 o'clock and trying to find 6 o'clock or straight out the back. And then flexing over and under and just our little wiggle. We'll fold to the ground. We'll do a high tension plank first, and then back up to standing. To fold again, you might start with the head, neck, and a little extension, and then tuck the chin, pull the belly button in, and that candy cane action of flexing the spine and rib cage over the hips. Take your time, pull yourself to low, keep your hips over top of your feet. Then walk out to the high plank. This will be the only high plank we do here today. We'll do 2 sets though. So high planks tension, knees modifications are okay as well. Pull the floor together, meaning pull the hands and pull the feet to the hands and squeeze your bum and brace your core and pull through those armpits. Relax the tension, place the knees down. Take a breath. 10 seconds on, about 10 seconds off. Repeat one last time. Set up that high plank and grip the floor with the fingers and toes. Then pull the floor together as we're trying to riffle these floorboards. Then squeeze your bum and brace your core and breathe, breathe, breathe. Hold the plank, but relax. And then walk yourself hands to feet or feet to hands as we slowly pull ourselves up, that belly button into center, making room for the flexion and extension of the spine. Now let's come into that first position again. Arms also first here. Elevate the shoulders and shrug up and down, and then protract forward and retract back. Shake it out. Throughout this whole movement, we want the shoulder blades to mostly stay put. We do like those shoulder blades to do the business of moving around, but for our port de bras, they're anchors, and the mobility is the ball and socket in the shoulder. So from that first position, set the shoulders, maybe the shrug up and down, and then reach towards front. Then trace with the eyes as we go out to the side, and then through the gateway, back to the first position. Then look at the hands out front, and then out to the other side, in my case, my left, and down. Repeat, but this time, go all the way towards fifth or overhead, and then out to the side, and then down. And again, those armpits and shoulder blades are stable. Mobility and emotion expressed here at the shoulders, down, and close. And then wiggle it. Have some fun with that too, and wiggle. Dégagés are next. So back to the bar, here we go, and also back to that first position. First position check. Dégagé, let's do a slow tendu. Slow tendu is out, but dégagé is then off the floor. Then let's pull that back. Let's do 4 of those movements to the front, 4 of those movements to the side, then to the back, front, side, back, side. A little en croix, starting the French terminology already. 4 to the front in 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1, back, 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 and side, 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 and in. Let's do that one more time on the same leg. 4 to the front in 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 to the side, 3, 2, 1, close, and a little shake. Switching sides, a soutenu. Here we go. From parallel to first to the front for 4, 3, 2, and 1, 2, 3, 4, side, 4, 3, 2, 1, and back, 3, 2, 1, and side, 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 close. Take a moment, check in, one more time, front, side, back, side. 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 4, 3, 2, 1, and back, 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 and to the side, 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 close.
You're a little high there. Your dégagés are getting high, Ian.
Oh, you got to keep the speed though. So if they are getting high, I think just off the floor so it does stay quick. The old penguin march will come in just a moment as well.
All right, we'll get to the floor via our forward fold, so standing tall. Gently tuck your chin, and we'll roll ourselves. Were we supposed to telescope?
Rolling's good. We'll telescope next time.
Rolling ourselves down towards the floor. We'll walk ourselves out to our plank position, push-up-like position if you'd like, added bonus points, and slow push-up down towards the floor. From there, flip to a side. We're going to work on our side planks today. With our elbow right underneath our shoulder, pack that shoulder down. Take your top hand, your knees are bent, and your hips are pressing forward. Take your top hand and gently place it on your obliques or your rib cage down there. Now, without lifting your hip off the floor, pull those obliques or rib cages up towards the ceiling and hold for 3, 2, and then gently relax. Let's do that again. Engage core, pulling those obliques towards off the floor, and then keep pulling so much your hips extend off the floor. Hips also are pressing forward as to not open up to the ceiling. And hold for 4, 3, 2, control that down. We'll do one more on this side. Pull the floor away, Lift the hips and press them forward. This time, if you want more, extend that leg and lift it to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, bend the knee and control the down. Relax that. We'll do the same thing on the other side. That elbow's right under the shoulder. Our hips are in line with our shoulders and pressing forward. First, take that top hand and just pull the floor away, feeling those obliques engage. And then gently relax. And then pull the obliques away again and keep pulling so that the hips lift. They're also pressing forward here, holding for 3, 2, and then control the down. And we'll add that one more level. Obliques lift, hips lift, and then from here, maybe that top leg extends and holds for 5, 4, 3, 2, leg comes down, control down. We'll flip to our stomach where we'll do our push-up up from the knees or from the toes, but chest and hips leave at the same time. Tuck your toes. Pull them back under you, slowly folding your forward fold all the way, or unfolding your forward fold to tall.
To tall. Shaking it out. From the tall position, let's go back to first position on feet. And again, here, grip the floor, squeeze your bum, pull up those kneecaps. Same movement as from before, but to the outside first. So let's set up in that low position, arms first. And then trace with the head and neck as you reach out to the side. And then bring those hands around center. And then trace with the eyes as we go down. And then out to the side, other side, in my case left. And then to the front and down. Then continue to the side here, but this time reaching towards overhead. And then control pulling down. And then out to the side again, switching your lateral direction, then towards the overhead, and then to pull down, and then something wiggly in the middle. It's rond de jambe time, and today we'll do it on a straight leg first, then our bent leg second. Work from that first position. Those rotations we worked on in the tendu exercise earlier come into play when we make these rotations in the rond de jambe. Single leg, tendu out to the front, straight. Then that external rotation carries us around to the second position and then out to the back. Hug 6 o'clock. If midnight straight ahead, find 6 out the back. Then flex over those toes and bring it underneath. And this time we'll go to the back first, extension through the knee, then the turn out in the hip, bringing the leg to the side, from the side to the front, and the front returning to first. Now, let's plie or bend the standing leg. My straight right leg will go out front, my knee bends, and I extend tall off that leg as the leg goes around to the back. Great. Then flex over those toes and bring it underneath. Let's just try that one more time. We plie, sending it to the front, and then stand up as it goes around to the back. And then pull under. Let's repeat twice in the reverse direction. The knee will flex as you reach out back and stand as you round to the front. Sweep through that gateway, bending the knee, and then to the side, front, and then back underneath the hips. There we go. A little bit something different there. Same but different. I am missing those moonwalk or pas de chat transitions today. We got to get that back.
I'll spice it back up.
First position, check, check. Once each way on the stiff leg. That tendu action on the outside leg, tracing center. Externally rotating in the hip. Then we will internally rotate on that hip to turn a corner, and then underneath to center in first. Then to the back. Hug 6 o'clock, turn out of the hip, reaching to the side, to the front, and then under. And now that plie on a single leg will reach out front, and then whip it around as we stand up out the back. Bring it through, plie to the front, whip it out to the back, and then underneath. To the back, 2 as well. It's that plie action going to the back. Sorry, Lauren, for waiting. Yeah, to the front. And as that leg passes through, we'll flex or bend on the standing leg. Open, to the side, and under. Ha, just like that. Let's go to the floor for the very last time today to explore one more version of Lauren's planks. But let's telescope to get there this time.
Great. Standing tall, gently pressing that chest forward like you're taking your bow, and then rounding through that low back, upper back, and slowly walking ourselves out to that push-up position, and then slow push-up down to the floor, and full up back to the side plank. Again, felt, we're gonna go right to that extended leg hold. If you felt like you prefer just the knees down, you can do that as well. So let's get there gradually. First, ribs lift away. Then you keep pulling your hips lift away. Maybe you stay here, maybe you add that top leg extended, and then lift it up so it's in line with your body. Because we're in ballet class, point your toes out the end of that leg. Pressing your hips forward, pulling the rib cage up, holding, keeping stacked on that shoulder for 5, 3, 2, knee bends to close, and then control down to the hip. Spin
Awesome.
around, and same thing other side. First, pull the ribs away from the floor. Then keep lifting so the hips lift, but they extend forward. Take that top leg pointed out long. Don't hit your fan in the face as you lift your leg up. Holding. Hips are pressing forward. You're lifting that top leg from its butt cheek. You can place your hand on that top cheek and feel it working for 5, 3, 2, knee bend. Come down with control. Flip to your stomach, where you'll do your push-up up again from that modified position is fine. Pack your shoulders, chest and hips leave at the same time. Toes tuck, pull those legs underneath, and then slowly unstack yourself to tall.
Yeah. Here's your flowers. That's all we're going to do today in those flower exercises.
Thank you.
I can't believe it's already about 8:45 here. So we'll skip the little flowers, but I do want to get back to that penguin march here. Challenge yourself in the center or with your balance aid at your side. Let's open to our first position. We'll do dégages to the side for 8, and then 8, and then 4 and 4 and 2 and 2, and we'll climb right back up. I do want to try that 2 different sets today, get that heart rate going. Dégages, and we'll go on the and. You ready? Mm-hmm. 3, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 4 of them, 4 of them, 2 of them, 2 of them. We'll pause, go. 2 of them, 2 of them, 4, 4, 8, 8. Close. Add that wiggle. One more time. Last time on that penguin march. Let's do it. Pivot to first, and we'll go on the and. 3, 2, 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of them. 4 of them. 2, 2. Pause. And 2, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 7, 6, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Close. Oh my goodness. That's a lot of fast twitch muscles going on there today. So let's slow things down again after those fast twitch. A little bit of a new exercise today. Grab onto that balance aid. In a parallel position or in first, pull up to have the knee side second. Now keep that knee in the same position and bring the foot to the front towards a straight line at the side.
Oh, you're drawing
and then in. We're drawing nice little circles here at the knees. I'll go one more time in this front direction, and I'll refrain from using the French term for fear of getting it wrong. But then go out and then back in.
Directions.
So out and back in, and then one last time out and back in. Close down the leg, nice and tall, and just switch.
I saw développé, that's why I was confused.
Yeah, that's the flowers. And then, oh, the développé is still coming up, I hope here. Okay, same thing. So from first, we'll pull up, knee facing second, and to the front first. The knee doesn't move. We're encouraging it to straighten. Bring it back to the standing leg. Stable in the hip, and just that gentle motion at the knee like we're stirring a pot. And more like a half pot, more like a D here. Then extend, and then bring it around to the front. And extend, and bring it around to the front. And then one last time, to the front, and then close in first. We like it loosey-goosey. We like it a little more strict. That enveloppé, développé, think, no. On the don, front back, something about the don'ts on there. So Lauren had one more visual cue here to do the slow stuff, the développé holds. So let's do that. Let's get back to that bar. Final exercise for today. From the first position, let's pull up to the coup de pied or ankle position first, and then extend to the front and hold for 3 more seconds. 2, 1, pull back in, 2, coup de pied. If that's all good, let's challenge and go towards retire at the knee. Then the knee at the same height as we then would extend it to the front and hold for an extra 3, 2. Pull it back in, knee side, foot under hip. For one more time, go down if that's for you, stay if it's just right, or a little more challenging, flex the hip, climb the leg, hold for time, pull underneath, and return to standing. Let's switch those legs, so turn around on your bar. We'll do our bit across the floor here and repeat the same thing. Start low in that ankle position or coup de pied. Nice slow extension through the knee, keeping those hips facing forward. Pull in, knee side. Climb the leg as allowed. Keep those hips nice and level. And again, nice in control. Extend and hold. And then flex, bringing in with control. Challenge a little higher if that's for you. Find the right place that it's work, but strong and stable. And bring it in. And then down the leg, closing to first. One final time to those side positions or the second. The first position at the feet, check. Then pull up to the ankle and nice controlled extensions of the knee out to the side with those inseams facing forward. Slow flex on the knee, return. Then climb the leg if allowed, hips nice and level. And again, controlled on the extension and hold. Pull in with control. Final repetition, pull it up, extend, keep the knee at the same height, point energy out of those toes, slow flex, climb, reverse down the leg, descend the leg, I guess, to that first position. Final time, final movement of the day here, out to the side. From first, let's climb the leg, squeeze your standing leg butt cheek, then extend with control and breathe. And pull in. Then, knee position next, retire, and extend to that second or side position. Hold for an extra moment, and then pull in. Climb the leg one more go if that's for you. Keep those hips extended and nice in control. Extend and hold for 3, 2, ooh, that's a fast count to 4. And then down. And add some fun wiggles in there. Whew. That practice went by so fast. There are 4 different things I think on our board that will be better spaced out the next time so it's easier to read and making sure we have the time to get to those other fun movements like giving flowers, taking flowers, and those petits battements as well. My name's Ian.
I'm Lauren.
Thank you very much for joining us today for our core strength and our bar movements. We can't wait to train with our ballet instructor soon, and we use this practice to stay in touch with those soft skills of movement, to keep passionate about the bar and ballet, and just feel good and feel strong. So we hope that you do too. Thanks for following along. Take care. Train soon. Have a good day.
Goodbye.
Goodbye.